Hello, movie fans. Today we're going to be discussing the movie Underwater, which is directed by William Eubank and stars Kristen Stewart and Vincent Cassel. Now, this is a story about an oil drilling facility located at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, which is the lowest point in the ocean. There is no deeper part of the ocean than the Mariana Trench. And the group of workers in this drilling facility experience an earthquake, and this causes them all kinds of problems. Now, in this scene, you can see that two of the survivors have approached what looks like part of the station, and they are dragging a third person. And that's because there are two women here who are dragging a man. And the man is the boyfriend of one of the two women here. Kristen Stewart is one of these two women. She is not the girlfriend of the guy that they're dragging. But the reason they have approached this part of the drilling station is that they need to get to escape pods that are at that station. The station that they left previously did not have escape pods, and there was severe damage to it. It's also important for you to know that they ran into a strange form of life that was an unknown species, and they are now approaching the station called the Roebuck Station, and they have discovered a nest of these creatures, much larger than the one that they encountered before. The one they found before was about the size of a cat. Each of these is much larger than a human being, the ones in front of them now. And there appears to be a nest of them, and they're hanging from above, and they're asleep or in hibernation or something. Now, these two women are about to, or rather, they're trying to approach the station without waking up these creatures. And of course, this is a challenge because they've got to keep as quiet as possible, and they have no idea what these creatures are going to do. They don't know if they're just going to have a look at the three people here, or if they're going to bat them around and knock them around, or perhaps even eat them. So they're trying to take this situation as carefully as they possibly can. Okay, now that's the oxygen alarm that has gone off in Kristen Stewart's helmet there. And that is a problem because now that is going to awaken one of these creatures. And in a moment you're going to see why this is bad. As you can see, one of them is moving there. And it's also important for you to know that the Kristen Stewart character, there's one of the arms of the creatures, has a flare gun. And she's going to put that flare gun to good use in just a moment. Because what's going to happen here is that one of these monsters, or creatures, I hesitate to call them monsters, one of these creatures is going to pick her up, throw her around, and then it's going to try to eat her. So, yeah, that's a problem, I'd say. I'm going to let the scene play out a little bit here. So as you can see, she just fired the flare gun there, and that flare managed to burst through the body of the creature, and now she is going to break through the body, and she is free of that strange-looking creature. However, unfortunately, her problems are not over. They're not even close to being over. Because in a moment, you're going to see that these creatures are attached to a much larger creature. They are, in fact, the babies of a much larger creature. And once again, I'm going to allow this scene to play out a bit. Okay, so she just fired the flare gun there because she's not quite sure what she's dealing with. She saw something moving in the distance. And as you can see, the flare is going to reveal the face of a gargantuan creature. Here it comes in a moment. Yeah, here we go. And now it's going to, that's the head, and it's going to now stand up on its two legs. And as you can see, that is a giant. And that is a creature that is very much like Cthulhu, which was a monster created by H.P. Lovecraft, with a short story called The Call of Cthulhu, first published in 1928. And the similarity and resemblance is not a coincidence. Eubank, the director of the movie, said he wanted his monster to look like Cthulhu. Okay, that's the end of my little analysis of the scenes from this movie. Please click like, share, and subscribe if you liked it. Thanks very much.